right. I'm Mark Hummel. This is Mark Hummel's Harmonica Party, and I'm sitting here with my old friend Clarence Guitar Sims, better known as Fillmore Slim. And, man, I remember you from way back.
Way back, huh?
Yeah, back in the Eli's days.
Come on now. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to just talk about Fillmore's life and times and stories of the blues and just all the things you've done in life.
That's right.
So you were born what year?
I was born 1934.
34.
November 7th, 1934.
And you got a birthday coming up next week, right?
Yeah, in a few days. I'll be 90 years old.
90 years old. And you were born on the 9th of November?
No, the 7th.
The 7th of
November the 7th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you come from Baton Rouge,
Baton
is that
Rouge.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Bobby Rush, Buddy Guy, Kenny Neal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny's always talking about that. Now, did you know any of those guys? Did you know
No.
Buddy back then?
No, I didn't know Buddy then.
And did you know Lazy Lester at all?
I met Lazy Lester. Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me how you got into music. Because did you get into music pretty young?
Yeah, I got into music pretty young because I left Baton Rouge, went to New Orleans, so I used to go peeping in the clubs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I seen Guitar Slim, I seen Professor Longhair, that's Domino, and little boy, they would run me out,
Right.
Boy, little boy, get out of here,
Right.
So then when I seen Guitar Slim, I said, that's what I wanted to do. He had on a green suit, his hair was green, and the women were screaming. And he's playing this guitar. I said, oh yeah, I want to be like Guitar Slim. He was my idol.
Yeah.
Guitar Slim and Lloyd Price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right. Lloyd Price is from New Orleans.
Yeah, Lloyd Price. My first song I learned by Lloyd Price was Lord of Miss Close.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. And Guitar Slim was the things I used to do.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. So when you saw Slim, did you get to see him do a whole show? Or?
Yeah, I peeked in and seen him. And the women screaming, and he had on a green suit, and his hair was green.
Right.
Yeah. Every time
Did he have a green guitar too?
No, I think he had a white guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And what he did, he started in the club, but then he took off when
That's what I heard, yeah.
went outside,
Right.
Then I
Real
really
long
got
cord.
to see him. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Did he do any kind of tricks, like backflips or anything?
No,
like
he didn't
stuff?
do. He didn't do like Guitar Shorty.
Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah. So most of the music you heard as a kid was in New Orleans.
Yeah, my first record I used to listen to my grandma in Woodland, Mississippi. She had sent me out of the city because they had I was too mischievous, so they sent me to Woodland, Mississippi, and she had one of them old graphophones,
Right.
And then Mama killed a chicken, thought it was a duck, sitting on the table with his legs sticking up. You got to buy them. I remember.
That's really old.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's old, right?
Yeah, that's like Blind Boy Fuller, one of those.
Yeah, that's way back. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And Lonnie Johnson, Tomorrow Night.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, you
Yeah.
remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was great. Man.
Yeah.
So how did you pick guitar? Was it mainly because of guitar?
No. I started from the piano.
Oh, you started on
I
piano?
started on keyboard. And what happened then, we was on the road back in the 50s. And we played in San Diego over there on the club called the Bucket of Blood, over on Imperial. Mm-hmm. So the bass player got sick.
So how did you end up in San Diego?
Oh, we was traveling. We left Los Angeles. We did the children's circuit, see? So the bass player, he got sick, so the man was playing, so wasn't nobody there, so I picked up the bass and started playing the bass first. Mm-hmm. So we made that gig, and then I started liking the bass, and I started playing the bass. From the bass, then I liked the guitar, so I wanted to play the guitar, So I started playing on the guitar, but T-Bone Walker got credit for this year, and a guy named Big Bob, and Oakland.
Oh, Big Bob Dion?
Yeah, he showed me some things.
I knew Big
but I
Bob.
really got some good experience on the guitar, T-Bone Walker, because we was there during the time of the pipeline. He was playing at one club called the Breeze and Kama. I was playing at the North Star. And we stayed in the same hotel.
That was in San Diego?
No, that was in Alaska.
In Alaska?
I met T-Bone in Alaska.
Right.
He was playing at a club called the Brief and Kama.
Huh.
And I was playing at a club called the North Star, Anchorage.
Yeah. Now, what was that in the 50s?
Yeah, that was in about, I would say, the 60s. Somewhere in the 60s,
yeah. Okay. And what did you like about T-Bone? What impressed you about him?
I wanted him to teach me how to play my guitar.
like this?
Yeah, like he did.
Right.
But he showed me a lot of things,
Did he?
Showed me a lot of things about the guitar. Yeah. And Big Bob. He showed me my first chord.
Right.
Big Bob in Oakland.
Yeah, I remember Bob.
Yeah.
Is he still alive, do you know?
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow, he must be up there.
He's still around, yeah.
He must be up
But Country Pete, he gone,
there. Country Pete.
Yeah, Country Pete, yeah.
Yeah.
The Big Bob is still.
And were you singing the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I started off singing, before I played any instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school for keyboard a little while, but they, A, B, C, D,
Right.
So when I learned that, I started playing the boogie woogie, right?
Yeah.
They kicked me out the class.
They kicked you.
They kicked me out the class.
Right. Did you ever play that in a band? Play keyboard?
Yeah, I played keyboard before I played guitar.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
Well, I was playing keyboard in Los Angeles. We had a band called, I forget it was, Lewis, so it was just three pieces. I was playing keyboard, and the guy playing guitar named Big Louie, and the guy was singing named Eddie. And we played all around LA, the Elbow Bend. We played the Cotton Club on Central, and we played the California Club on St. Andrews, we played all around.
Did you know any of those guys like Smokey Wilson, any of those guys?
Yeah, I know Smokey.
Yeah.
I know Smokey, and
do you know Philip Walker at all?
Yeah, I know Philip. He played with the King folks. I know down there with Cooper and all of them. He was all around that area.
He was playing with Clifton Chenier.
Yeah, Bobby Day. He had Rockin' Robin.
Right.
Eugene Church had Pretty Girls there.
Right.
Yeah, and
they were all in L.A.
Yeah, in L.A.
Okay.
And that's where I met Little Richard. And Little Richard said, "Oh, I want you to be my chauffeur." I said, "No, Richard, I won't buy me a Cadillac like you. I'm just gonna work my way up." Yeah, me and Richard become good friends.
Yeah,
me and Richard. Mm-hmm.
I just interviewed Demar about Richard.
Right,
he has some great stories about him.
Yeah.
So was that in the 50s or the 60s?
That was in the 60s.
That was in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long were you in LA for?
Oh, I was in LA for a long time. So what happened when I came out to San Francisco, and it was too fast or something. So I went back to Louisiana and then came back to Los Angeles. Yeah. I had a job down there on downtown on Broadway, on Alameda, and I worked at this place United Built. So we was doing that for a big store called Bullock's.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Bullock's, yeah.
So we would make the belts for the dresses and thing in Bullock's.
Okay.
Yeah. And then while I was down there, that's how I know Philip walking them.
Right.
I ran into Fuller Fulbright.
I'm not sure.
And he was on Figueroa and Adams.
Okay.
So he had Philip walking there. He had he's the one who took us on the road at this big house.
Now, what did he do?
He was a promoter.
Promoter. Okay.
Yeah. So when we wasn't on the road, we had to be painting and working around that house.
Interesting.
Yeah. You look him up. Philip Fulbright.
Okay.
Yeah. He had Johnny Success in there, and that's when I met Johnny Two Boys.
Now, who's that?
He was on the Sam Cooke label. He put out Meet Me at the Twisting place.
And what was his name?
Johnny Success.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know.
I know Johnny Morissette.
Oh, Johnny Morrison.
Yeah, that's where I met Johnny.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I know who Johnny Morris is.
Yeah, he was from Alabama.
Yeah, for some reason I always think of him being from New Orleans.
No, he's from Alabama.
Okay.
And he put out Meet Me at the Twisting Place, you know, and then he got a record deal, and he was on the Saw label, Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke's label?
Yeah.
Right. Did you know Sam at all?
Yeah, I met Sam.
Yeah.
I was living not too far from the motel.
Where he got killed?
Where he got killed at. I was on 40th and Central.
So what do you think happened with that?
I think
you think he was set up?
It was set up.
You think it was a setup?
Yeah, I think it was set up.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think.
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
Yeah. And that the lady was just kind of.
Yeah.
You think she actually killed her, or you think someone else did?
No, I think she did it. You know,
Yeah.
the one was screaming, and
Right.
he went and killed her.
Yeah. Wow. And so, how long would you say you were in L.A.? Do you know?
I was out in L.A. like about 9 years.
9 years.
At Los Angeles.
Okay, and that was in the '60s.
Yeah, I remember we couldn't go out to Hollywood, right? During that time, but I played with a guy named Chuck Higgins. Played the saxophone.
I've heard of him.
We played 2 o'clock. We go to work at 2, and we finished at 6 in the morning, and we played out there on Sunset.
Wow.
Yeah, in this little coffee shop. Me and Chuck Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of a well-known guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Yeah. And then now, how about the sporting life, man? How was that going on at the same time?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No. The sporting life happened. Took me by surprise. I'm gonna tell you how that went down. We was on the road on the chitlin circuit. Okay, we played in Fort Worth. Okay, so they got a guy there. He from San Francisco named Rockin' Lucky. He was a DJ. So when we got to town, he had a job for us. So okay, he went down there and bought us all red shirts. We on the chitlin circuit now. Okay, so we played there. So we had about 2 little joints of weed, okay? So we was smoking outside and took a break, right? Now, this club we played in had a pool hall upstairs. So we stayed in the pool hall. We locked up there because they didn't want us down about alcohol.
Right.
So we had to stay up there. That's how I learned to shoot pool. Okay?
Oh, really? Okay.
So we had to stay up there, and then we come down when they opened the bar, okay? So we was out there that night. We was smoking little weed. We had about 2 joints of weed, right?
Right.
So this policeman come out, this brother, he said, I smell weed. I said, yeah, we had just a little piece of weed, that's all. He said, no, if y'all from LA, y'all got some more weed. I said, we don't have no more weed. So he made us search the whole car, right? And there wasn't no weed, you know, so he didn't find no more weed, but we had the 2 little joints, but we just smoked it, right? So the sergeant came by. I said, Sergeant, this is all we got. I said, this is all we had. So he said, well, I will let you boys go, but he said, it's his collar. So they took us all, the whole band, to jail in Fort Worth. Okay, now we in jail. So now when you go in there...
That can't be a good place to be in jail.
No, when you go in there, they had this big trustee, and he whoops everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, it ain't gonna bother me. I ain't worried. A big old man next door to me said, check this out, little brother. He said, I weigh 260 some odd pounds. He whooped my ass. So hey, that's his job.
Wow.
Okay, now. So this lady from Midland, Texas, she heard that there was a man from California in jail. Okay. She came out and she said, I'll get you boys out if you come and play at my club. And her club was the White Front. Okay. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, get us out. We'll play at your club. But they confiscate our instrument and everything. She said, don't worry about that. I got everything you need. All I need is she had piano, drums, all that. You know, bass, guitar, and everything. So she got us out. So now, at this club is a hotel next door. Okay. So you bring your own whiskey, but you buy your own setup.
Right.
Now, this hotel, this was a chick, a tall, skinny chick. You know, she was about maybe 26, 27, 28 years old. She would go out and come back and sit in that same spot, okay? And she'd go out again, you know, and I said, I don't know what she's doing. She'd go out and come back. So on the 4th day, she came up. I'm sitting on the piano. I was playing piano then.
Right.
Sitting on the piano. She said, "Here." I said, "What is this?" Now we ain't making but $10 a night.
Right.
I said, "What is this?" I looked at the money. You know, it's about $40 or you know something. I said, "What's this for?" She said, "I want you to have it." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I like you." I said, "Well, what's your husband say?" She said, "I ain't got no husband." I said, "What you do?" She said, "I go to bed with men for money." I said, "What is that?"
Right.
So now, but she kept. Now we was there about 2 weeks, right? So she kept coming up there. She kept getting the money. So she fell on the bench. And, man, that's a prostitute. You know, man. You shouldn't be fooling with her. I said, I'm making $10 a night. Okay. Now look at my little bankroll. I got about $50, man. This is 1955.
This is pretty easy.
1955,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So we get ready to go. You know, the bill on that bank up. I got about $75 or $80. Okay. So we get ready to go. She got a suitcase packed. You know.
Right.
So he say, he said, "Man, you know, it's my van." We went down there. And, you know, "Well, man, where's she going? She ain't going nowhere with us." I said, "Check this out." I said, "We making $10 a night." I said, "Now, I got me a little money, right?" I said, "Now, if y'all don't want to ride back to Los Angeles with me, y'all catch the bus, because she going with me."
Yeah.
So we all came back to LA.
Right.
Right there on Central. I was staying up on the hotel called Coney Island. That's on Central, right? She told me, she said, "Well, where the girls at?" I said, "I see them standing out there. Rudy Rainbow was the DJ.
Oh, really?
And Dolphin Hollywood."
Yeah.
So I said, right out there, Dolphin Hollywood. Yeah, Dolphin, where you see that guy in there, then Rudy. So they went out there. Now, the next time she came back. So 4 days after that, she came back, she gave me about $30, $40, right? And then the next 4 days she come back, she had somebody with her. I said, "Who is that?" She said, "That's our wife-in-law." I said, "I ain't married." She said, "But that's the way it go, you know."
Yeah.
So I could say a hooker put me in the game.
Right. Interesting.
That's how I got in the game.
Yeah. And you became really successful.
Well, what I did, they was calling me to play. It was Eddie, the leader of the band was Eddie and the Slayers, okay? So they was calling me to play, right? So I said, "Well, I ain't feeling too well. Y'all get somebody to replace me tonight, okay?" So now this is what I did. I went to the pawn shop. I bought me a ring. You know, I bought me a suit. I bought me a hat. And the rest is history.
Well, it sounds like you already had the suits.
Yeah, no, I didn't have that, but the rest is history.
You didn't? Okay. No. Yeah. Now, were you so you started in L.A. You were doing that in L.A. and then
Right.
and then you eventually made
then
your
I
way up
went
to San Francisco.
a place called Mays Cadillac.
Uh-huh.
And I bought me a repossessed Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
It was a yellow Cadillac convertible, about 1955.
Mm-hmm.
You know, repossessed.
Right.
Okay. And then after that, it was history.
Yeah. And when did you come up to the Bay?
And then I came back to the Bay after I left L.A. I came to the Bay right in, I went back to the Bay in, let's see, I would say 1960.
60.
Yeah.
And did you say you met Etta James during that time?
Yeah, I met Etta James Supervisor Santo, right there on Hayton Steiner.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where they filmed the movie Full House and all that right there, you know.
Now, she was singing at that time?
No.
Oh.
They was in the park. In the park, is overlooking park right there, Hayden Stowner,
Right.
Where all the tourists come and see. Now, I seen Ella, and I seen Supervisor Santo.
Right.
Supervisor Santo was beautiful.
Yeah.
Ella was plump, but
Right.
Ella had the pretty face.
Right.
So I went for Ella.
Right.
Now, check this out. She didn't know she was going to be an entertainer. I didn't know I was going to be an entertainer.
Right.
We met on a tour, on a festival, on a tour in Spokane, Washington.
Really?
That's when we met. That's
So, but you're saying she was singing then, right?
No, she wasn't singing. Yeah.
She was singing.
Yeah, she didn't know, like I say, she didn't know she was going to be an entertainer.
Right.
And I didn't know I was going to be an entertainer. You know, this was like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you
Yeah.
guys were a couple.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Man, I heard a version of you singing I'd Rather Go Blind. It was great.
Oh, well, see, when she did that,
Yeah.
you know, I say, I can answer that. I don't
Yeah.
need her permission, you know. And when I did it, I sent her a copy of it, and she loved it.
Oh, good. Because
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. I answered her. I said, I
Yeah.
can do this.
Yeah.
I said, well, you got. I said, yeah, that was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I said, so last time she was at Monterey, she told the people she didn't want nobody on the stage. She said, but that's my first boyfriend sitting out there. She said, y'all gonna flip when I call his name. She said, Fillmore Slim. And everybody turned around and looked at me, you know, like that.
Wow,
Right? Then
yeah.
she had them to bring me on stage.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how about Sugar Pie?
Well, Sugar Pie, you know, she's still doing her thing.
Was
you
she
know.
around? I mean, was she hanging around you guys at all?
Yeah, but no, when I met her, oh yeah, but she went on and did her thing.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. She's had kind of a rough way to go.
Oh yeah, you know, she turned them flips and things.
Right.
You know, she's still hanging in there. You
She
know.
is, yeah.
Yeah, she's still hanging in there.
Pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. You know, she fighting that cancer. You know.
Yeah.
she-
Yeah. She's had a lot of bad.
Yeah, I talk to her from time to
Oh,
time.
good. Okay.
Yeah, I keep
Yeah.
her moped
Yeah.
up. You know. Mhm.
So how old were you when you first started going on the road as a musician?
Oh, I say I was around. I came to California when I was about 16.
About 16.
Yeah, then I went back and I came back. Yeah.
You really-
So I started around L.A. around about 16, 17.
Yeah. Wow, that's young, man.
Yeah.
And did you know Johnny Guitar Watson
Oh,
back then?
yeah. Oh, I know Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and him used to do things together in L.A. You know. Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
friends?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and him was like that. You know.
Mhm.
And when he went and played Germany, him and Johnny Taylor did the Richmond Auditorium. And he came and said, Fillmore, man, you got to go to Germany. I said, what's that? He said, you just got to go there. Then he went back over there and he passed.
Right. Wow. That was. What year did he?
I forgot what year it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Was it in the 80s or 90s?
Yeah,
or
so
something?
yeah, in the 90s, yeah.
Okay. Right. Did you ever get a chance to see Lil Walter play?
When I first went to Chicago, let me tell you about this. I went to Chicago and I stayed in the Deuce Harbor Hotel. But it was in the wintertime.
Yeah, I know where
And
that
I
is.
was down
Yeah.
up under where them pipes was, so I was warm, right?
Right.
Then I went to Pepper's Lounge.
Okay.
I seen Lil Walter, I seen Muddy Water, I seen Buddy Guy, I seen Walter. I mean, not Walter, George Smith.
George Smith,
Yeah.
really?
I seen all them there, and
That must have been the
yeah.
50s.
But my man, my
Yeah.
man was I hung out with was what's his name? Earl Hooker.
Earl Hooker, really?
Yeah, me and Earl Hooker holding together.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen Lefty Bates, but me and Earl Hooker, we.
Earl Hooker was
yeah,
a bad
yeah,
man.
oh
on
yeah,
the
me and him
guitar,
hung
man.
out.
Yeah.
He liked me.
Wow.
Yeah, and we played in Chicago. I played down 63rd. I played the Grand Ballroom. I played that, and then I played them clubs down on 63rd, on the roads on 63rd in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now who was that? Was that manager you're talking about that got that going for you?
No, I just going. We just booking ourselves. You know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we was on that chilling, so we was booking ourselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. And so would you use like local Chicago guys? Or would
Yeah,
you...
yeah. What I did now, we played Gary, Indiana.
Right.
Right after the big organ player played there, and we played that.
Bill
Then-
Doggett or something?
Yeah. Then we got a chance to go and see Michael Jackson. Now there was little kids then.
Right.
They said got some little kids down at the Elks you got to see. So
Right.
we went down there and seen them. Mhm.
Wow. In
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah, in Gary. That's right.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. I couldn't remember where they were from.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What a trip, man. Now, who did you ever try to record for any of the labels in Chicago or?
No.
Or LA?
No, my first record was 95 Dutone Records.
I remember.
They had
Dutone
Willie
Records.
Hayden,
Yeah,
they had
right.
Red Fox was on
Right.
there, and they had all those people on there. So
Right.
we used to go there, and we had to laugh. Like, come on, say laugh, and Red Fox tell a joke.
Right, right.
Yeah. And then come on and say don't laugh, and clap.
Yeah. Did you know him at all? Did you know Red at all?
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
Red Fox,
yeah.
and then they had Vernon Green and the Medallions.
Uh-huh.
They was on that label. A lot of people's on there. You
Yeah,
know.
I have some. I think I have some reissues.
Yeah, Willie Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie Hayden. Yeah.
Right.
So we did it. And my first song was "You Got Another Big Brass Monkey."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my,
Right.
and then we did a song. They wanted me to do a song that answered Untold. Okay, so we did this for Dora, not for Dora. Did it for I forget this. I forgot the name of it in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So they wrote the song and they came and got me from Deuce Williams. Okay, and they go in and do this song. Now Untold did your mother-in-law.
Right. Mother.
I came out. I answered that with Family Man.
Okay.
Yeah, Family Man. Yeah.
And who wrote that song?
Yeah, I wrote Family Man.
Did you write it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
No, I did not. No, I don't think I wrote it.
Someone else wrote it.
Yeah, because I was on the RPM records too. You know.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah, I was on that.
Wow.
What's the
Bahari Brothers?
The Bahari Brothers,
Right.
yeah. And BB was on there. Johnny Guitar Watts
Right.
was on. I did a lot of things with them, and they put it on the shelf. They didn't put it out, you know.
Right.
So what I was doing, I made a record over here, and if they didn't put it out, I changed my name and go over here. I had different names on the record.
So what were some of the other names besides Fillmore Slim?
Fillmore Slim. What else? Ron Silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
took Ron Silver's name, and then I was Charles Sims.
What were you? Guitar Sims?
No, Charles Sims.
Charles.
Yeah, I was using a different name. Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Well, so what kind of money would you make to do
Back
a
in-
record back then?
No, what? We wasn't getting no money.
Really?
But when I did that record, and they put it on, I got a chance to go on the Art of the Bow show, you know,
Right.
and with Jan and Dean and all.
So you
that.
got a chance to go on big shows.
Yeah, big shows,
Yeah,
you know, because
yeah.
the record was rock and roll.
Right.
So I was up there with Jan and Dean and all them, you know, and all those people, you know,
Right.
on Art of the Bow. Okay.
So did you do a lot of package tour things?
Yeah, I did a few tours.
Did some of those?
We
Yeah.
were so excited. I was so excited about being on the radio.
Oh, sure.
I didn't think
yeah.
about getting
well,
paid
sure.
no money.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I was so excited being on the. I said,
Yeah.
they playing my records on
Right.
the
Well,
radio.
yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hella
And then I
exciting.
did a record called "Take a Bath," and
Take a bath.
take a bath. I said, "You've been out all night dancing the chicken. You've been out all night dancing stroll. Don't tell me that. Let's see. Don't tell me you was at the hop last night because I knew you like to rock and roll. So get off it. So let's see. Get up and take off that sack. Talking about dressing,
Right.
and don't talk it back and take a bath. Yeah, it's hot. I said, well, be sure to use plenty of hot water, and don't forget that I was soap. And wash and clean and gargle Listerine in your thumb.
You could have used that with a few different companies.
Yeah. That was a rock and roll
Yeah,
song.
that's great. Man. So, do you remember some of the musicians that were playing on those records?
Yeah, these are great musicians. Favorite drummer and favorite horn player. I can't call their name, but they was great musicians.
Not Earl Palmer.
Yeah, Earl Palmer
Earl
was
Palmer,
on the drums.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and he put all the other fellas together.
Wow. Yeah, because Earl Palmer was one of the
he
main
was the
LA
man.
guys. He
That's
was one of
right.
the main LA
Yeah,
guys.
he the one put it together.
Yeah, he was part of that band they called the Wrecking Crew.
Right, yeah,
Back
Earl
then.
Palmer. I know
So,
that.
yeah.
That's right.
Did you ever heard of a guitar player named Billy Strange? Because he was kind of in that same group
He
of
might have been on the
musicians.
session.
Yeah, might have
You
been.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did that.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear some of that
Yeah.
stuff, man.
And then I put out a record on the other side of Big Brass Monkey. It's called "I Want to Hold Your Hand." It was a love record, you know.
Mhm.
I want to hold your hand.
So kind of more of a ballad.
I
Yeah.
want to kiss your lips.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah, I did that. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the flip side.
So tell me about like when you came to San Francisco. That was the early '60s, you said.
Right.
So what did you think of it after you'd been in LA for a while?
Well, My sister told me, don't go down. I said, boy, you can go anywhere, but don't go down on Fillmore Street. She kept telling me, don't go on Fillmore Street. So when I went down to Fillmore
That's the first
Street,
place you
I
went.
said, this is where I want to be. So I got me a job in the pool hall.
Right.
Pool. I can shoot
Yeah,
pool.
I bet you can, yeah.
So I'm walking down the street. Now they call me Slim. I'm walking down the street. I look. I say Fillmore Street. I took Fillmore and put it on the Slim.
Right.
Myself, Fillmore Slim.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were Clarence Sims, then
Yeah.
you were Fillmore Slim.
So now on Fillmore, Sullivan. Okay, him and Bill Graham used to be together. But Sullivan was taught Bill Graham. Bill Graham used to work for Sullivan. So Sullivan would let me open at the Fillmore Auditorium for just about everybody. I opened for down in Washington. I opened for everybody that came.
So this is before Graham was booking it.
Yeah, it was Sullivan then.
Right.
And he let me open because I could sing good. So he let me. I opened for a lot of people to Fillmore.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Name,
then
some,
when I
of,
first
name
came,
some of the ones that really impressed
yeah, when
you.
I first came there, the first band I got with was Bobby Webb.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know Bobby. Yeah, I knew
my
Bobby.
critic to
Yeah, I knew Bobby.
Webb.
Yeah.
So Bobby Webb, I went and seen him just playing at a club. They called it Shasta Lloyd. Bobby, I sat in. He had a dude on piano named Calloway. But I said, Bobby, I said, man, let me try with your band. I can sing, you know. So I tried out with them. They put me in the band.
So you opened a bunch of shows at the Fillmore?
Oh yeah, for a lot of people.
So you said Dinah Washington?
Oh yeah, Donald.
What was she like?
Let me tell you something. She was mean.
I've heard that.
She didn't want nobody.
I've
I said,
heard
God took a picture of her. She said, go down and get the camera. She took stay out the camera and broke the
Gee.
camera up. Yeah, she was mean.
Wow, I've heard that.
Yeah,
Well,
she
she was
was
married
mean.
to a boxer, wasn't she?
Huh? Wasn't
She married to a boxer?
I didn't know that, but she
Yeah.
was mean, man.
Yeah.
So me and her stayed in the same hotel in we were in Chicago. Yeah.
Is that the D-Cell?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we stayed. What's the name of that? The Southern Lounge. We stayed there.
Oh, was that part of the hotel?
Yeah, the Southern Lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Donnie Washington.
I've heard of that. Now, how about Billie Holiday? Did you ever get a chance to see her?
Yeah, I've seen Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday first came to San Francisco, and we all standing there looking. She said, "You come here." I said, "Yeah." She said, "I said, what, ma'am?" She said, "You know where to get what I want." She gave me $100. She said, "Go get what I want." When I went and got what she want, she gave me $100.
Right.
That's
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
She just looked at me and said, "I know you know something. You know where to go."
So you must have been there in the 50s. Then.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So I came to San Francisco in 1955.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so
I
you
went
were
to-
there for a while, and
Right.
then you
Then
ended up going
went
back.
Yeah. And then when I came back second time, you know, I was a B average student. I went to Lowell. And I was a B average student. You had to be B average to go to Lowell. I was in ROTC.
Where was Lowell?
Lowell was on Hayes and Masonic.
Okay.
Now
That was a
they-
college?
No, it was high school.
Oh, it was a
But
high
yes,
school?
it-
Oh, Lowell High.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to be
All
average
right.
to get there.
Right.
So I got in ROTC, right? So Kevin told me my bread, every time I come out, he said, your brass ain't shining. Maybe go back and shine my bread. Then I shined it up again. He said, you got to shine it some more. So I think he was picking on me. So check this out. So me and him got into a fight, you know. He said, well, you know, big old tall guy took it down. Me and him got into a fight, you know, and then they kicked me out of the ROTC. Yeah.
That was at Lowell?
Low.
Yeah. Okay. So it's that you're jumping around, so I'm trying to keep keep track of what was when. So you said you ended up in Alaska,
Oh, yeah.
and was that in the 60s too?
Yeah, we went to Alaska. This lady called, her name was Jeanette.
Okay.
And her husband was he told me to come up. But who really told me to come up there was, you heard of Miss Wiggles? Miss Wiggles. Yeah, she was an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a shake dance.
Yeah, she told me to come up there. So, and then this lady told me to come up there, and I want you to come up here and play. They had a band for me. They had an Eskimo band. I listened to.
Really?
And she said, this dude trying pipeline. She
Right.
said, and bring your girls with you. You know, they can work, you know. So I went up there, she flew them up there, and they put an Eskimo band behind me. You know, I'm trying to sing, and they playing taps.
Oh, man.
But we got through it, you know. And
Yeah. So did you have to teach them the blues, kind of?
Yeah, I was playing guitar then.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I got them going, you
Yeah.
know. And then I got another band. So when I talked to you know, the man, he teach me about the guitar.
Right.
So then we got another band. So
Right.
man, I stayed up there a long time.
You know who ended up there for a long time?
Who?
Earl Good Rockin' Brown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was living in Anchorage.
Yeah, Good Rockin' Brown. Yeah. Earl Brown. But when I went up there, they had this eagle, you know, and this guy would fly this eagle. You know, everybody would go out to the ranch, see him fly this eagle, and the eagle would fly, and he'd hold his hand like that, and he would come back down.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot. That's only one of the few places I've seen eagles.
Yeah.
Were you in Anchorage? Is that where you were?
Anchorage,
Okay. Yeah. And how long were you there? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I was there about, I don't know if I said Anchorage, I said about 7 months.
7 months.
Yeah, it was so cold.
And so you were doing a gig the whole time.
Yeah, but I had to wear muckalucks.
Right.
That's what you put
I
your
hope you didn't
shoes
wear
on.
those on stage.
Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
And the big old bad coats, right?
Right.
So now I'm walking down the street in the business there in San Francisco,
Right.
and cars are stopping and things. I got this big old coat on.
Right.
They thought I was a bear, you know.
Man.
I'll tell you another story. See, up there in Anchorage, it was against the law to not have a gun.
Really?
Because you wake up in the morning, you might feel a grizzly in your backyard.
Right. Wow.
So I get me a sawed-off shotgun, right?
Really?
So I bring it back to San Francisco, right? Now, I got it in this duffel bag, right? So when the shoot, when I'm waiting on my luggage, when the bag come up, the shotgun is like this here, like, and the shell, and I'm on the runway grabbing up all the shell, and zipping up the bag. I got away from it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now, didn't you end up in jail at one point for a while?
Yeah, I've been to jail. Let me tell you something.
I mean, but you served kind of a long sentence.
No. Let me tell you something. The feds, right?
Right. Was it a tax thing?
No. They offered me. They wanted me to come to jail. They was gonna pay me and I think it was the other girl, I forget. But they wanted me to come to jail. They was gonna pay me $20,000. Okay. I tell the probation officer, say, man, let me go get them. I can't go nowhere. No, you can't leave. If you leave, whoop, this and that, right? I went to Los Angeles. I got me some paperwork, got me a birth certificate and all that, and went to the post office in Oakland and filed for the passport, right? So at this time then, I'm waiting for the passport.
And what was that about?
Forging the leave of the United States with false documents. White collar crime.
Right, but I'm saying you were forging. They claimed you were forging the passport.
Well, it was forging when I went to the post office.
Right.
You know, and they seen it was a forge. So instead of them sending me the passport, they sent the postal inspectors at me.
Right.
And when they came, I'm staying in Haight-Ashbury. They knocked on the door. I'm sitting there playing my guitar. You understand me? And I just got through doing some window pane. You know, I didn't know what that was. And I'm playing the wall star. I tell you about
so you were doing acid at that point?
Yeah. So then they came, knocked on the door, and they showed me. They said, "Clarence?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "We the postal inspectors. Is this you?" I said, "You say we all look alike. You think it's me?" So they said, "Okay, we'll see. We'll see you later." They came back a year later. I said, "Let's go."
That's weird. A year later.
They did that, man.
That is
so
weird.
now check this out. So they take me down in front of the magistrate, you know, and we go through this thing. I had a lawyer. He said he could beat the case. He didn't beat the case, okay. But first I bailed out $20,000, okay. So then he said, I can beat this case, right? So they offered me 18 months in a federal prison camp. He said he could beat it. Okay. He said, let's take a jury. That's the wrong thing I should have never did.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the jury, right? When I took the jury, they came back out. They asked the magistrate, say, can we find this man on a lesser charge? He said, we're not going to raise the taxpayer because in San Francisco, all his witnesses were the San Francisco Police Department.
That's his witnesses.
And speaking of that, I just met one of them on the boat and took a picture with him.
Really?
He said, Clarence, you know who I am? He said, I used to be at 850 Bryan Street. He said, and now now I'm at San Bruno. Yeah.
And what was he?
He up there.
But I'm saying,
He's
what
a
was
policeman.
he? Was a policeman.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's still a police.
Too
I just
much,
took a picture
man.
with him.
How crazy,
Like,
man. So
And
he
I-
remembered you.
And I introduced Sue to him.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes ago.
How crazy,
So anyway,
man.
so she gave me 30 days to take care of my, So the jury came out. So when they went back in, they came out, I was guilty, right? So found me guilty. So the magistrate gave me 30 days to take care of my business, okay? Then go and turn myself in, okay? So they gave me a big party, okay? All the fellas down. My going away party.
Right.
Then a little thing in my head say, the catch and come before the hanging. I went home and packed up my car
Yikes.
and I took off.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then so what I did, I wore the big natural wig like Huey Newton, the small glasses,
Right.
jeans with the American flag on the back,
Right.
and the peace sign here.
Right.
They stopped me in Miami, right? They said, you look like somebody born in California, but I had a friend there, and he lived in Miami.
So where were you going to go? Cuba or something, or what?
I'm gonna get out of there.
Just get out of the States,
yeah. Anyway, they stopped me in Miami. They said, you look like somebody you wanted to say. I said, no, so all my paperwork out from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So at this time, they said, you look like somebody just wanted. I said, San Francisco. I said, where's that at? I said, I ain't never been there in my life. He said, well, it's against the law.
Yeah.
To have the American flag, do it like that. I said, I don't want to disrespect the American flag. I took the coat off and gave it to him.
So when was this? Was this in like 67 or something?
Yeah, I took the coat off and I gave it to him, right? So we went on, right? So now, I'm on the back seat. I got a 69. I got a 69 Brougham. Small window, got the curtain, and I'm in the back. One girl driving, the other girl is on this side. So he said, well, who are these people? I said, they give me a ride. They said, well, you got to get out the car. So they left and went back to the place where we were staying at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they let me go, right? They said, you sure lady what? So now, I get in the car, I'm on the back seat, I don't raise up until I'm in going across the George Washington Bridge in New York.
Right.
That's when it's cold that morning, so I stayed at the DuSable. Okay, I went down to Pepper Lounge and I seen them, right? Then I left there. Then now I'm in New York, right? So I'm down 8th Avenue. I'm standing outside my car, right? Here's the dude over here, he all raggedy and smoking weed. He said, hey man, he said, some good weed, you want some? I said, no man, I don't want no weed. He kept saying, I said, man, you need some money? I mean, what is it with you, man? So he kept bothering me, right? And when I went to get in the car, he flashed the badge.
Wow.
He said,
I knew you were going to say that.
You
Yeah.
wanted in San Francisco.
Wow.
I said, where's that? Now, they take me down to New York to jail. They can't make me, I said, man, I told y'all I'm not the wrong person.
Right.
They said, this is what the federal government going to do. I said, what is that? We're going to fly you to New York. To San Francisco. And if you are not the person, we are going to compensate you and fly you back to New York. I said, let's go. So now we get on the plane, and on the plane in New Jersey, I think it was
Right.
Newark. So we get on the plane, and they got me like this. They got the thing over me like this.
Right.
So the captain said, you got to take the handcuffs off this man on the plane. He said, well, we refused to say, we don't care he not going nowhere in the air. So they take the hand, one set in the front, one set in the back, right? So I said, well, give me a drink. They said, no, he can't have no alcohol. I said, man, I'm not, how you gonna tell me, you don't tell me what I can't have? And I'll play it all the way, right?
Right.
So they said, now ladies and gentlemen, we flying over Las Vegas. I said, ain't gonna be long now. So now I said, we landed in San Francisco. They're waiting on the runway, okay?
Wow.
They're on the runway. So I'm the first person to bring off the plane, and they bring me up the runway, right? Off the plane, they're like, so when they get there, they staring up there. They say, is that him? I say, yeah, that's that son of a bitch. So they looked at me and say, well, why you? I said, if you didn't know, I wasn't going to tell you. So now I go back in front of the judge, or the magistrate. She said, son, I gave you 30 days. Take care of your business. What happened? I said, I told the lawyer that I had engaged, you know I'm an entertainer. I had an engagement in New York. And then I was going to turn myself in. She said, yeah, you sang the blues. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, they gonna love you over there. She said, I'm gonna drop the flight. She could have gave me 10.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop the flight and give you the same, and you have a good day.
So what was the sentence?
5 years.
5 years.
Now,
Okay.
my home is Texarkana, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
On this side is Texas, on this side is Arkansas.
Right.
That's where they send me to, right? Now I get there, and the bus pulled up, I got to stand on the basement. They say, on that bus. They say, Fillmore Slim the golfer, bring him in, I want to meet him. It was the warden say,
Yeah.
you know. So the warden say, did you ever testify? I said, no, where you going with that? I ain't never testified to the federal government, nobody else. Put me on the yard with everybody.
Yeah.
You don't PC me up. I ain't no snitch.
Right. Right.
So one day, so I'm on the main line. You know, I'm feeding cats on the main line. I'm working in the kitchen.
Right.
So the warden find out that I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. So now, hey, they want me. Now I wind up cooking for the staff. I'm eating what they eat, okay? Mm-hmm. And I got dudes on the yard selling steak sandwiches and all that.
Right.
And we deal in cigarettes.
Right.
Okay. If you want a pack of Camels, you got to pay 2 packs for the humps.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, he called me over one day. He said, I want you to see my Cadillac. He had a humpback Seville. He said, what is this? I said, that's Seville. He said, what do you call it on the street? I said, we call it the C-Tac. He said, what about this little seat here? He said, this is where I set my kid? I said, no. I said, I lean on it. I said, you lean on that water. So, he said, I want you to take care of my cat. They gave me a penitentiary driver's license to go in and out the gate.
Wow.
Now, one day, they called me out to take his wife and kids to town. So got the kids there in the back, the wife over there, I'm chauffeuring, right? So I get to the little town, so the police pull up on me. Said, boy, I said, it's a warden Cadillac. Okay, so they left me alone and showed my little penitentiary driver's license, right? So the fellas I'm gonna tell you the story the way it go. They say, oh man, you driving the warden Cadillac. I said, let me explain one thing to you. Before I went in, I said, I bought a brand new Cadillac. And I went to the gates to turn myself in. I said, if I want to, I'll go back and drop the kids off, run off with the wife, and she won't want to come back. And they left me alone. They left me alone after I told them that.
That's great.
Yeah, that was my story. Mm-hmm.
That should have been a song right there.
It should have been, yeah.
Sounds right out of the Johnny Guitar Watson song.
Right.
Almost done.
That's right, yeah.
That's
so
great.
Then now, come to town, so they moved me from there. I go to Springfield, Missouri. Now that's a hospital for the feds, okay? So now and then they found out in San Francisco that I worked at the hospital, okay? I did. Yep. So I went to work at 8 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning. We all had on whites, and we stayed in this big old running tunnel with all these different lights. I fed them all. Okay?
You fed them all?
I fed them all. Yeah. And those guys, when they had that big rod down there, they brought them to Springfield, they put that Perlixin in their food. And they come out, have a happy day. how you doing? They destroy you.
Yeah. What is that stuff called? Saltpeter.
You know, Belixin.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
So, but it's basically
yeah,
saltpeter.
Belixin, yeah. They give them, put it in the food, they put them in front of
Was this like a mental hospital or something?
No, it's a hospital for the federal.
Wow.
It's a Fed hospital. It's in Springfield.
Yeah,
Missouri.
Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah. So what they did, when they put the food, they destroy them. You see them going to the laundry. They're holding these other hands like elephants hold their trunks. They be going. They get to the steps. It take them 15 minutes to put it on the first step. Oh yeah, destroy your mind. Yeah. So when I was going in and feeding the mob, I fed people like out the mob, out of Chicago, right? So first they
like
go,
who?
Like all the mobsters.
Oh, the mobsters.
Yeah, the mob.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we go in there, we feed. First they go in there, then you go in there with the food. They got tags on, but they got the Pelixin. They put that in their food.
Okay. So that was just to calm them down.
Yeah, that's to calm them down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
So do you remember who some of the mobsters were?
Yeah. I'll tell you a story about the mob. When I was in New York, right, I met this chick, right, she liked me, but she worked just for the mob, okay? And I went to their parties, and they say, this is our girl, but she like you, it's gonna be all right, okay? So she had her own apartment, but she was a mule for them. Mm-hmm. She make the run to come back, see?
Right.
So when we got ready to go, she said, we went first Baltimore, she said, why don't we go take me to L.A., and say, and they won't find us. I said, what you mean they won't find us? I said, you can't go to no L.A. with me. I ain't going flying or driving nowhere with. I said, yeah, they're going to find us. I ain't going to let them kill me. So we went.
Now, was this a white chick?
Yeah. So we went to this party where Frank Sinatra and all the mob was, right? And they told me to say, she like you, we like you, but that's our girl. And when we need her, she got to be there. I said, no problem with me with that. Yeah. So that worked out. So and then I left. When I left, I wasn't gonna take her nowhere with me. I wasn't gonna let them kill me.
Right.
No.
So what kind of did you have a lot of problems with like cops stopping you say with your girls and stuff?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day they would give me a ticket, I tear it up, and the next one give me a ticket, I tear it up.
Right.
They take me to jail, I bail out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You must have had to have a good lawyer, I would think.
Yeah, Willie Brown.
Oh really? Willie Brown was your lawyer.
Willie Brown was my attorney.
Whoa, what a trip.
Yeah, Willie Brown.
That's crazy.
I used to go to court, and my girl. I go to court. I say, my lawyer say put it off for 4 months. They said, who's your lawyer? I said, Willie L. Brown. They say put it off.
Really?
Yeah, Willie Brown.
So he already had clout.
Yeah, Willie Brown took care of me.
What a trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I met you. I must have met you at Eli's. What was that?
You met me at Eli.
Was that the 80s?
Yeah.
Maybe that I met you.
Yeah, you met me at Eli.
Because you were tied with Troyce.
When I went to Eli, listen to this. When I got out, I went to the halfway house in Oakland.
Right.
205 West MacArthur up on the hill.
Okay.
So I would come down, and they know you got to get a job. So my job, I told them I was an entertainer. So when I went to Eli, I had a representative with me to see that I didn't drink or do nothing like that, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody said, Fillmore, who is that chick? I said, that's the feds. Everybody leave her alone.
Right. So, she was your probation officer?
No, she's my overseer.
Overseer, okay.
Out of the halfway
From
house.
the halfway house.
Right,
okay.
So anyway, see that I didn't drink and all that, because they know that's the kind of work I did.
Right.
So anyway, I went to Eli, and on the jam session, Charlie Banks say,
right, I remember Charlie. Yeah.
We got a fella in there named called Guitar Slim, some kind of slim, but ladies and gentlemen, this is a jam session. Expect anything. I got to then kill him with the guitar, And Charlie Keith said, you want a job? I said, yeah, I need a job. So I used to play there every Saturday, and that lady would always have to come with me. from the halfway
Oh,
house.
really?
I
Wow.
never showed something about that
Yeah.
in the penitentiary. So when they moved me to Stafford, Arizona, that was a level 1 camp. Well, I went in on level 3, but they had a fence around. So they told me that close to Christmas, they said, Slim, if you cook us 30 sweet potato pies and the big thing, great big old thing gumbo, we'll send you to the halfway house. So I can say I cooked my way out of there.
That's great, man.
Yeah, I cooked my
That's
way out.
great. That's the first time I ever heard that
Yeah, I
story.
cooked my way out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the lady's name that used to run the kitchen at Eli's?
Oh, I forget her name. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Big gal.
Yeah, the big one.
Was it
Yeah.
Miss Barbara or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, you know, we went, Troy Keys and us, we went and played OSP,
Now, what's OSP?
August State Penitentiary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we played that. When we was there, we had to go in, put your hand there,
Right.
and then go in, and
Right.
they didn't show your ID. It was me, Chris Kane,
Right.
some of the Allman Brothers, and
Really?
they had another group. They refused to go in. They canceled.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah. So we all played in August State Penitentiary.
Wow.
You know, and the women's on this side,
Right.
and the men on that side.
Right. I
Yeah,
one
you
time
know?
playing a jail and
Yeah,
they go,
yeah.
these ones over here
Yeah,
aren't
right,
women.
yeah. And when I got there, a lot of my friends was there. The warden said, you got a lot of friends. And I said,
Right.
yeah, warden. So we did that.
Yeah.
In Oregon.
Right.
Seattle.
What a trip, man. Yeah. So did you play much with Troyce and JJ? Play with those guys? Would they back you up?
Oh, yeah. I was in that.
Charlie Banks,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, Charlie Banks.
What was the
Bobby
name of
Webb.
it? C.A. Carr.
Yeah, C.A. Carr,
That was the
yeah.
guy. Someone was asking me
Yeah,
about
Bobby
him. man.
Webb and all
Yeah,
those.
someone was asking me about C.A. Carr the other day, and I
Yeah,
couldn't.
Chris Daniels was on
Right,
the drum.
Chris Daniels. I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
Chris real well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know, during that time, Theodis Ely. And
Oh
his
yeah,
brother,
yeah, right. Yeah. I miss those times, man.
Now, you know, I played Cognac, France, right?
Mm-hmm.
And B.B. King was over there, Theodis Ely was over there. They named the street B.B. King, USA.
Right.
Gave him a bottle of corn on blue, right? They gave me a bottle of corn on blue, too, you know. And they filmed me and coming down in Cognac, in France, coming down the street. They was filming me, talking about the history of the blues and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I did that.
Right. Cool, man. You remember what year that was? Is that the 80s
The
or
first
90s?
time I went over there.
Okay.
That was the first time I went over. I think it was the first time, yeah.
Right.
And the last time I went over there, I stayed over there 90 days. I played from country to country to country.
Right.
That's when we picked up Paris Slim.
Right.
And he
right.
and we had
So I met Paris in
we
1980.
had Paris Slim.
Yeah.
And we had Harmonica Slim, Jose Levy.
Right.
And
Really? Jose Levy?
Yeah,
was-
Jose
wow.
Levy and what's his name? He used to play with Elmo James, the old man.
Oh, you talking about Homesick James?
Homesick James.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and this other boy from he just wore a wig like Chuck Berry, and I heard he
Was that Guitar Curtis?
No, not Curtis. That was I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This boy from Bakersfield.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. No, he was from Fresno.
Yeah.
He's from Fresno.
Yeah, from
What was that
Fresno.
guy's
Yeah,
name,
we
man?
brought him over.
He was from Mississippi.
Yeah,
or
we
something.
brought him over there
Yeah.
too. I heard-
Bilbo or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bilbo.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I heard he live over there now.
Really?
That's what
I
I
don't know
was
if he's
told.
still alive.
Me either.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went over there, and the first time I went over there, I didn't put the record out, and I went over there. But Chris Millard was the one who took
Right.
me over.
I remember Chris.
It was
yeah.
me, Chris.
His son has gotten to be a really good
It
drummer,
is.
you know.
It was
Yeah.
me, Chris, and my man.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Scotty Silver.
No, my man on the guitar. What's his name? Live in Fresno.
Oh,
we went over there together. What's his name, Sue?
not
AC
Sonny.
Miles.
AC Miles.
Yeah,
okay,
AC Miles.
Right,
Yeah, we
right.
went over there,
Right.
Cognac, France,
Right.
And when we played over there, they would paint you the artist would paint you on the stage.
Oh,
And then you the autograph, he sell it.
wow.
Yeah. It was me. So Homesick James told me, say, Fillmore, yeah, we was in there. You say, man, can you ease out and give me a lift? They didn't want him to drink. So I eased out. He called me Guitarist. I look so much like Guitar Watson.
Oh,
so
really?
I went out and got him a little drink. And he gave it, eased it to him, right?
Yeah.
And he got on stage. That's the first time I met Michael Burks. Was over there.
Yeah, right.
We was all on the same thing together. And we did U-Track and all that. I still run nowadays playing from country to country.
Mm-hmm.
So after they wanted to extend the tour, so we, Craig Harden, we picked him up.
Yeah.
And then we picked up Paris Slim. That's when he didn't want me calling Paris. So I
want to be
named
Frank Goldwasser.
Frank G.
Frank G.
He wanted to be Frank G.
He plays great on your record too, man.
Yeah.
He's on a couple of your records.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how many did you do on Mountaintop? Did you live 4 albums, 3 albums?
Yeah, I did 4 on Mountaintop.
Yeah,
I did. With my man, he went to Hawaii.
Right.
Yeah,
Huntress, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did 4 on there with him.
Is Frank on all of them, or just like 2 of them, or?
No, remember I did the double when Blues played the ball.
Right.
Well, that's the double. Like Joe Lewis walk on there, had Rick Esther on there.
Right, yeah.
Had a lot of people on there.
Tell me about Rick and Joe Lewis when you met those guys. Because you met them like really
Joe
early on.
Rick. You know, we had a band called Smoking Fire.
Okay.
Right on the Visadero and Oak Street, 1040 Oak Street. We'd be playing right in the garage, and the traffic would stop, because that's where they went across to go the Bay Bridge.
Right.
Before everything collapsed down.
Right.
So we'd be playing, you know, and the people would be listening to us. So we sing this little Caucasian boy with the little harmonica.
Right.
I said, "What you do?" He said, "I'll play harmonica." I said, who you play for? He said, "I'm just learning." So we put Rick in the band.
Okay.
And when we played lounges like the Starlight Lounge,
right.
when we take a break, he had to go upstairs. He couldn't be down in the
because he was too young?
Yeah, he was 15.
Okay. Wow.
Rick was playing with me. We
Too
was
much,
15
man.
years old.
Too much.
Yeah.
I did not know it went that far back.
So Rick used to watch me dress.
Right.
That's where he got it from.
That's where he got it from. I believe that.
He got it from me. Yeah.
I believe that.
That's right. He'll tell you.
And how about Joe Louis Walker?
Well, Joe was playing with, what's his name?
Not Mike Bloomfield.
Yeah, Joe
He
was
did play with Bloomfield.
Yeah, he was playing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he got with me.
Right.
Yeah, Joe was playing with Mike Bloomfield. That's right.
And so he was playing, were you guys in a band together for a while?
Yeah, we had a band called Smoking Fire.
Oh, okay, so he was in the same band with Rick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they were the same band with me. I was the band.
Right.
It was my band.
It was your band.
Yeah,
right.
and during this time, Joe had problems, right? Joe pawned so many of my guitars. See, I had all the instruments.
Right.
Joe pawned so many my guitars. Man, Rick can tell you about it.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
Yeah. And so I said, "Joe, you done pawn that one? I just go get it out, Joe."
Yeah.
Yeah, but we came out all right.
Yeah.
So since but 3 of us left out of that group, we thinking about doing a reunion called the Last 3 Standing. That'd be Joe Louis Walker, Fillmore Slim, Rick Esther.
Okay. Called me the last what?
The Last 3 Standing.
Standing. Oh, that's a good name. That's a good name.
The Last Standing of the Blues.
That's a good name.
Yeah, because we started out there.
Right.
And we said one day we was going to be famous.
Yeah.
Now, Rick famous, I'm famous, Joe famous.
Yeah, right.
See, our dream came true.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now tell me about the movie American Pimp, because you're in that, right?
Yeah, we was in that movie. They came around, the Hughes brothers, Albert Hughes,
right?
And they filmed us about the street life, you know. And I got the most points of the movie because they took it all around these colleges, you know.
Mm-hmm. They
said, we like him, but that OG over there, he's real.
Yeah. So you were the one they were really talking about at the end of it. Now, who are the other guys in it? I've never seen them.
Payroll, one named Kenny Red, one named Payroll, and Brown was in it for a little while, Gangsta Brown. You know, Brown was the one that had Divine Brown.
Now, who is that? I'm not sure.
Divine Brown was the hooker that got busted with Hugh Grant.
Oh, wow.
Remember that?
Whoa, yes.
Yes. So
wow.
That made her famous.
Yeah.
So that put her out there with Holly Flash, Lewinsky, and Divine Brown.
Wow.
Yeah. That made her
Whoa.
famous.
Yeah.
Because after that happened, they took her to in Los Angeles. When she got out, first they were gonna they were gonna let Hugh Grant go. They didn't know who he was.
Right.
So they was right there in Hollywood about the movie deal.
Mm-hmm.
So when they recognized it was Hugh Grant, then they took him to jail.
Wow.
So England say, since he's from over there, we want the story first. So they flew her over there, and it was paying her $40,000 a talk show.
Yeah. You need to get on the talk show circuit.
It was paying her
Someone else was telling me about that in the last couple days.
Yeah, $40,000 talk show.
God,
now,
that's crazy.
They filmed me and her in Hollywood. They wanted the American Pimp and the $1 Million Hooker. So they filmed us together up in the hills where the big signs say Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the mountain. They filmed us up there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a trip, man. So, what you wrote your book?
But you know what it did?
Yeah.
It paid off for me. I mean, the good paid off. I mean, the bad paid off for the good. Because
right.
if I hadn't been street life, they wouldn't. I've been just playing Fillmore.
Right.
That's where I look at it.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, I mean, that's
right.
your life.
Right.
I mean, you did all these different things.
And then what I did, I turned my life around, I go to schools and talk to young people. We had a session. I was on Lands Outside.
Now, what is
and
that?
the Golden Gate Park.
Oh, yeah.
Lionel Richard and all them.
Right.
So I was on that show.
Right.
But my part on that show, because I was the American PI, so they had all these people out there, ask me about the game and this and that, So then I did City College, 800 students in auditorium.
Wow.
So they said, they asked me different questions. We on this panel. They said, well, if I was a hooker for you, what would be my percentage? 40, 30, 60, 40, 70, 80. And one, I said, no. So one guy stood up and said, no. He said, 100%. She said, we can keep all our money. He said, no. 100% for him. We did that at State and City College.
Oh,
San Francisco.
Man, that's funny.
We was on this panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most women you ever had working for you?
I say if 28.
48?
28.
Oh, 28.
Yeah, I was like Hugh Hefner.
Man, you must have been one busy guy, man.
Yeah, well, no, it was a mind thing.
Yeah.
It's a mind.
So they'd kind of take care of themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't follow the dates.
Yeah. I mean, let me ask you another thing. I mean, were a lot of the women strung out, or did you just not deal with women that were strung out?
No, I don't fool with no dope fiend women. Most of the ladies I had started, they came out the projects.
Mm-hmm.
They had kids and things.
Right.
I accepted them. I accepted their kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what that was about.
You got one big ass family.
And I wasn't no gorilla. I was a lover.
Right.
I didn't do no fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And what do you tell me about the book that you wrote? Tell me about that.
Well, she's been following my career, and I didn't even know. She's following all the sessions where I went to.
Mm-hmm.
So then her and her husband wanted to film me. So they filmed. I did the first virtual reality. I did the first one, and then Van Halen did the second one.
Really?
And then he did the Amigos, and he went to India, and he filmed that great singer over there. Yeah, he's an entrepreneur. He's an inventor. His name is Guy Clarkin. He's an inventor. So he did the first reality. So
Really?
then, she wrote a book. I said, well, why don't you write my book? It took us 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a while.
And when she wrote this book, my fiance was on her dying bed. She was dying. And I was living right at the edge of Pimp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that big house right there.
Right.
So she would come in and take notes.
Mhm.
You know.
Did you do it like recording your stories?
Tell them how we did, Sue. Tell them how we did it. How we wrote the book.
Yeah, I recorded him on an old-fashioned tape recorder, and I just
And just
start with a
transcribed it?
question, and he'd talk for hours and hours and hours, and I just had hundreds of hours of tapes, and I had no idea how I would put it together or if we could make a book. But when he told me the rules of the game, that's what I decided. I really had to finish this because this is something that young people need to know about, that because of the rules of the game, it was to prevent violence, and they cooperated with each other, you know, so they wouldn't squabble or become violent over the everyday conflicts.
Mhm.
And this is something that I wanted young people to know about. Anyways, it was about conducting their life in a peaceful way, which I think would blow their minds because that doesn't really exist today. So, but it was a musical history and San Francisco history. Plus, I'm greedy for stories, so it
Right.
was something that I wanted to know about because I grew up in the Bay Area and with this music, and my mother was a music lover, blues and jazz. So,
Mhm.
anyway, it's just something that I just really, really wanted to do. Although I really didn't know much about the street life. You know, it didn't really matter because it's his book. It's all in his voice. It's the
Right.
oral history of his life. There's nothing of me in it. It just, and I spelled the words like he would speak them. So when you read it, you hear the sounds, and it's like he's sitting there, like right here, speaking to you, like in your living room. Like here we are.
And what's the title of the book again? Born to Sing the Blues?
No.
That's the
Blues-
album.
No,
Bluesman
Bluesman
Mac.
Mac.
Bluesman.
Bluesman Mac, How I Conquered the Stage and the Streets.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Bluesman
Yeah.
Mac. All right.
So,
Is it available on Amazon and stuff like that?
yes, and
Okay.
Kindle Direct Publishing.
Kindle. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
So it was really fun, and that's how I got to know him. And
Yeah.
then he brought up Emma, his fiance, and before she left, she asked me, she says, if I would work on his career and get him his recognition that he deserves. And this was, he was just entering the decade of his 80s. And so that's what I decided I wanted to, because I've been working in PR and as a writer, and
Mhm.
and I felt like that's something I really could do. So I put a lot of work into it. I had our regular business, and then in the evenings and weekends, that's all I did. I worked on the
And she
book,
published it herself.
and
Yeah.
got him interviews and wrote articles and started booking him and shows and just, you know, doing all the paperwork and all that, and traveling with him like this, and we just had so
And the
much fun.
the story about the CD she produced. So we did the CD, right, as a kid.
Mhm.
So this guy out of Texas, you know, and so when kid did the session and all that, he said, I got $2,000 for you, you know. So he said, I said, $2,000? He said, yeah, I paid off everybody, music and everything, and you got $2,000. So Sue said, well, in other words, he paid $4,000, right?
Right.
So she said, well, I tell you what, y'all said, no, I almost said, so he said, well, what we gonna do? So she said, I'm gonna give you the $4,000 back. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
So we gonna own it.
Right.
So she created a label from the Fillmore Slim Media.
Okay.
That's my label.
Yeah.
She pressed it and everything, you know what I'm saying? So we own it.
That's what I did on my last record.
You did? Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just paid it all up, and then that way I'm paying $2 a CD instead of
That's
$7.
right.
Yeah.
And we, our printer is, what's the name of it? Those Japanese out there in Fremont?
Oh, ISO Media.
ISO Media.
So that's who published it.
Yeah, no, that's who
Oh,
print.
pressed up the
That's who
CD.
pressed our
Right.
stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I know another great pressing place here.
Oh, what about? What is it?
It's in Half Moon Bay, I think.
Oh, I know.
Or
that.
Pacifica, something like that.
Okay.
I got to run because I got to go do the autograph signing, which
Yeah, I
you
gotta
probably
go
got
too.
to go to.
Yeah, I'll see you up
All
there.
right. Thank you so much,
All right.
Fillmore.
My pleasure.